Hey everyone, it's Matt. We're here with Adam from Sixth City, and it's week 3 of the CrossFit Open. So we'll let Adam introduce the workout here, and then we'll go through some mobility and warm-up stuff.
All right, guys. So Castro's announced the workout. It's pretty much just a mix of everything possible under the sun. All right. So we're starting here with 100 double unders in the 20 overhead squats at 115.80. Back to 100 double unders in the 12 muscle ups on the rings. Back to 100 double unders into 20 dumbbell snatches. Again, 100 double unders into 12 bar muscle ups. Now we're going to go through this twice if we can with a 14-minute cap. All right.
So this week we have a little bit high volume workouts. So we're going to workouts, warm-ups and mobility is going to be a little bit quicker this week. So for our mobility, we're going to go through 2 rounds of 10 overhead wrist extensions, a 20-second supinated bar hang, 10 squat dislocates, and 10 hollow hold with shoulder flexion. So we're going to have Adam demo these for us. So we're going to go into first the overhead wrist extension. And you get those wrists warm up for that overhead squat. So it's going to be locked out in a good overhead position. Barbell is going to roll all the way back to his fingertips, nice and slow. And then he's going to slowly roll that all the way back up. Nice and easy. Good eccentric load. Get the wrist nice and warmed up. And he's going to come back down. From there, he's going to hop up on the bar with a supinated grip. And that's going to be hands turned under. And what we're going to do is we're going to dead hang for 20 seconds. We're going to open up those shoulder joints. After that 20 seconds, he's going to drop down. Going to grab a PVC pipe. He's going to drop into the bottom of the squat. Good. You're going to hang out there for all 10 repetitions. He's going to go full pass through or dislocate all the way. Key here is to keep the eyes pointed forward. You're generally going to drop the eyes and look down towards the ground. We want to avoid that position. Eyes up nice and tall. After 10 repetitions, he's going to grab 2 small fractional plates. So we're going to kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. He's going to come into a nice hollow position. Keep his back nice and flat against the ground. Feet elevated. And then arms going to go back overhead. So nice activation of the midline. Good activation of that end range shoulder. He's going to perform 10 repetitions. And we're going to do 2 rounds of that total. Good. After that, we're going to come back for our warm-up. We're going to do 2 rounds of 3 candlestick rolls, 5 strict ring pull-ups, 7 squats with an overhead plate press, and then finish up with just 20 single unders. So, I'm going to show you the candlestick roll here. So what we'll do is we're going to start in a tall position. We're going to come all the way down to a squat, roll back, and then all the way to our feet. Similar to that squat to roll we did last week. After that, we're going to hop up on the rings for some strict pull-ups. He's going to pull all the way up till those hands come into his armpits, and then back down nice and slow. 5 repetitions there. And then we're going to go to a squat with an overhead plate press. So he's going to sit in the bottom of the squat. He's going to press the plate straight out, and then overhead nice and tall. Good. Again, end range shoulder flexion, good thoracic extension here, and then prepping that bottom of the squat. Good. After that, we finish up with 20 single unders. So, 2 rounds of that, get nice and warm, and then Adam's going to give us a few tips on how to some strategies to conquer 18.3.
All right, guys. So we have a lot going on here. It's going to be really important to understand your strengths and weaknesses. If we're somebody that can absolutely crush double unders, we can be a little bit more aggressive with those sets of 100, okay? If we're somebody that can't get to 100 unbroken, or somebody that can't do it consistently, then maybe we're going to have to strategize breaking those up a little bit more to be able to save our grip, save our shoulders a little bit. The overhead squats are really only going to be an issue if we're somebody that has a hard time with that overhead position, that thoracic mobility during the squat. All right. Again, with the dumbbell snatches, we're moving through, we're using our hips, we're doing something a little bit off balance, but that isn't necessarily going to be too much of the concern. I think the issue really here is going to come from what's going to happen to my grip, what's going to happen to my forearms and my hands as I constantly change positions on these different movements, and am I going to be able to maintain my grip on the ring muscle up and on the bar muscle up? The 14-minute cap here is probably going to be more of an AMRAP for most of us, especially when it comes to these 2 rounds. So what we're really looking at here for probably most of us is how do I make it as far as I can? How do I get to the second round, or how do I get through as much of the second round as possible, right? If I don't have bar muscle, or if I don't have ring muscle ups as good as my bar muscle ups, maybe I want to break those up a little bit more and make sure I get through them without failure so I can keep moving on and then get to maintain my kip for the bar muscle ups. All right, so the big thing is really understand who you are, understand what you're good at, what you struggle with a little bit, and plan accordingly so you don't burn yourself out going into something that you struggle with.
Sounds good, guys. This one's going to be a burner. It's a lot of work on those lower limbs, so take your time and good luck on 18.3.